Hello and welcome to Mullen's Benefits Companion, a podcast that helps employers navigate the complex legal challenges of managing their employee benefit plans. I'm your host, Brydon DeWitt, and today I'm going to discuss some recent IRS guidance on one of the many provisions of the Secure 2.0 Act designed to help workers start saving for retirement at an earlier age. The issue of student loans, student debt has been in the news for a while now. And one of the strategies that Congress developed under the Secure 2.0 Act is to allow employers to match an employee's student loan repayments as if those repayments were elected deferrals under the plan. So, specifically, Section 110 of the Secure 2.0 Act allows employers to make matching contributions on account of an employee's qualified student loan repayment under a Section 401k plan, a 403b plan, simple IRAs, and governmental Section 457b plans. And then very recently, the IRS issued Notice 2024-63 that kind of fleshes out the rules here and gives us some guidance on exactly how an employer's plan can offer qualified student loan repayment matches. And we also have a new acronym, which is very exciting for benefits professionals. We have another acronym. We now have a QSLP, Qualified Student Loan Payment. So a QSLP is a payment that is eligible to be matched under a 401k, 403b, simple IRA, or 457 plan. And it's a payment that is a repayment of an educational loan for a qualified higher education expense of the employee's spouse, or the employee's dependent. And so Notice 2024-63 provides some of the guardrails around matching QSLPs. The maximum QSLP that may be matched under a 401k plan or a 403b plan is the 402g limit for elective deferrals. So if you think about it, if a QSLP is being matched as though it were an elective deferral, then the maximum amount of QSLPs that can be counted for purposes of a matching contribution are limited to the maximum amount of elective deferrals permitted under a plan year. A plan may not limit QSLP matches to certain educational loans, such as a particular degree program or school. So if the employer is a big Virginia Tech fan, they couldn't provide that the plan will only match qualified student loan payments for loans to attend Virginia Tech, for example. The QSLPs of all employees for all qualified higher education expense loans must be matched under the plan if the employer chooses to match QSLPs under the plan. Again, this is as many of the Secure Act provisions are, this is an optional feature for a plan. So if a plan sponsor decides to match qualified student loan payments, then all qualified student loan payments of participating employees must be matched. The plan also may not exclude employees eligible for elective deferral matches from QSLP matches. And likewise, a plan may not exclude employees eligible for qualified student loan payment matches from elective deferral matches. So everyone is treated the same. There's a uniform availability requirement for matches on qualified student loan payments. Only qualified student loan payments made during a plan year may be matched for that plan year. So in other words, a participant can't receive a matching contribution under a plan for a student loan payment that was made in what would have been the prior plan year. So if you have a calendar year plan year, an employee repays a student loan in December, that December payment can't be matched in the next plan year. The rules also require employees to certify that the payment that is going to be matched is a qualified student loan payment. And the plan may require this certification for each student loan payment. So if payments are made monthly, a plan could require the employee certification to be performed monthly, or the plan may have an annual certification requirement. This certification must include the amount of the loan payment, the date of the payment, a certification that the payment was made by the employee, and that the payment is a qualified educational loan for the employee, the employee's spouse, or the employee's dependent, and that the loan was in fact incurred by the employee. The guidance also provides that a plan may have reasonable qualified student loan payment match procedures and may establish reasonable deadlines for employees to make claims for student loan repayment matches. And an example in the guidance is that an annual deadline that is 3 months after the end of the plan year is an example of a reasonable deadline. And the guidance also provides that a plan does not have to require verification, or it may create its own reasonable verification procedures to verify that the employee has in fact incurred a qualified student loan payment obligation. So this is a feature to help employees who are paying student loans to be able to start also saving for retirement. And the concern here was that younger workers, especially who have student loan burdens, don't have the extra cash to be deferring under a 401k plan. With this new provision, an employer can match the student loan payment and at least start getting some retirement savings in the plan for employees who are not able to make elective deferrals because they have a student loan obligation. And so again, like many of the provisions of the Secure and Secure 2.0 Act, the idea here is to help American workers start saving in defined contribution plans for their retirement. Well, that'll wrap up my discussion of the student loan payment matches under the Secure 2.0 Act. If you have any questions or suggestions for future episodes of this podcast, please contact me. You can also visit our employee benefits page at williamsmullen.com/employee benefits. There you can find out more about our team as well as past episodes of this podcast and legal alerts. Finally, be sure to subscribe to this podcast to be notified when our next episode posts. Thanks for listening.